This is D. Morgan. How you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. We're going to talk about travel today. Travel to Paris. Has anybody else traveled to Paris recently? Anybody? Well, back in 2000, year 2000, Y2K, year 2000, I traveled to Paris. Basically, it was one of the best trips I've ever had, but the problem was a lot of problems happened on the way to Paris. So the first problem was we went to the airport. We were living in Dallas, so went to the airport and went to DFW airport. We got to the airport, no problem. We sat down, got our luggage in, checked it all in, went to the gate, and what happens? The guy at the gate says, "Where's your ticket?" I thought it was ticketless, so what do I know, right? So I gave him the ticket, I thought. He said, "No, this is your receipt." I said, "Okay, where's the ticket?" I says, "Well, I don't know." So, "Well, you can't go on the plane." I said, "What about my luggage?" He says, "Well, I'll have to take the luggage back." So they got the luggage back off the plane, and then we called the travel agent. Back in those days, we had travel agents. I think sometimes we do have some travel agents nowadays. But anyway, we called the travel agent. The travel agent says, "Well, your tickets are on my desk." I said, "Well, what are they doing there? Why didn't you call us? What's the deal?" He says, "Well, I don't know." Well, incompetence is what the deal was. So anyway, called my mother-in-law. She was at home with the kid, my daughter, and she drove to her place, picked up the tickets, and went all the way back to the airport. Went to DFW airport, gave us the tickets, and we had to wait 4 hours. After waiting 4 hours, we finally get a flight to Houston. We were supposed to go to Washington, D.C., and then over to Paris, but in this case, we went to Houston. And then in Houston, we got to Houston, everything's fine. About 15 minutes into Houston, they go, "We got a problem with flight, blah, blah, blah. There's going to be a delay." The delay was like 3.5, 4 more hours. Somebody had a heart attack on Air France coming in. So I'm like, ugh, what do I do now here? So we waited another 4.5, 5 hours. We finally get on this plane. Air France is a nice airplane. So we flew all the way to Paris, no problem. We get to Paris. We're looking for a ride. Now, we're supposed to have a ride 9 hours before. We called the company up. "Where's the ride at?" "Ride's not going to be here for 2 more hours." "Huh?" Forget it. Hung up on them. So I said, all right. Then we noticed that the train station was down below. So we took the train station, went on the train, went all the way down to our hotel. Finally figured out how our hotel, after going through the French and the English and blah, 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 finally figured out the route, got there, and then what happens? We go up to the guy, and he said, I say to him, "Oh, we're here. The Morgans are here. We're going to our room." And he says, "No, we gave away your room. You have no room." I said, "Well, what am I supposed to do now? Sit on the floor outside?" I says, "No." I says, "Well, I can't. This is crazy. This is 9 hours. I mean, we're tired. We want to relax, and here 9 hours, and we're sitting there like, what the hell? What the hell's going on?" So anyway, they walked us. Now we had this heavy tourister luggage, so we walked down the street about 2 or 3 blocks and found this motel. You know those motels you take prostitutes at? One of those kind, real risque. So we get into the place. It was sterile. No carpet, no nothing. It was just very sterile. So we get in there, and I wanted to turn the TV on just to see what was on, and the only thing they had on was porn. That's it, just porn. Could you believe that? Just porn? God. So anyway, we finally get out, we get undressed, put our regular clothes on, walk down the street, and we went to a regular pub, actually, and then we tried to speak in French and German, and this guy was being a complete ass. He would not talk to us at all, so I just pointed and I got what I wanted. So, you think, oh my God, everything could be worse. Well, it was my birthday. The reason why we went down there was my birthday in April, so we wanted to go to the Eiffel Tower. So I wanted to go to the Eiffel Tower, so we went to the Eiffel Tower, got up to the Eiffel Tower, and it was raining that day, but we still got up there, had a good time, and and saw it. And then on the way back down, we had to go to the bathroom one afternoon, and in the area, it cost you $2, or I think it's francs, to actually go to the bathroom, and they'll give you 2 or 3 pieces of paper to wipe your ass with. Have a nice day, right? So we ended up doing that. But if you want to go into a restaurant down there, you can go in co-ed restaurant if you like. And co-ed restaurants are interesting. When you walk downstairs, the first thing you see is a girl powdering her nose, and then there's a urinal behind her, which is kind of interesting how that works. And we went to Austria one time, and the lady in a resort, and the lady says, "Beware of bathrooms and showers." And that was a long story short, but we went we went to the shower area, and everybody's just open. Girls and guys is open. There's no waiting for, you know, everybody's naked. They don't care. They just let it all hang out. I walked in the sauna, and the girl was a 20-year-old girl, like, you know, just like what the hell. But anyway, getting back to Paris, and so about 3 days after we got there, I had us go back to the other room, thankfully, but it wasn't that much better than the motel we stayed at. So we had to get our luggage, which was a heavy tourister luggage, and go back down to our correct hotel, and then stay there for the rest of the time, which was like 4 days later. So we got home, and lo and behold, we talked to the travel agent, and we bitched her out and complained, and she gave us back our $150 for all our aggravation, missing a ride, and this and that, and this and that. So that was my trip to Paris. Have a nice day.